This girl was after her classmate's life, and even if it looked like a prank, Fuyamura wasn't joking at all. Santa tried to calm her down, but Fuyamura kept swinging the dangerous blade at him. He couldn't think of any reason for her behavior. They were both class representatives and good friends, but eventually, Fuyamura cornered him to the ground. Just as she was about to strike, another classmate walked in, forcing Fuyamura to quickly hide the blade. She then warned Sanda that she'll kill him before the day end. Still, Sanda thought she was just joking. His friend told him to report it to the teacher, but Sanda stopped him. His friend warned that Fuyamura hadn't been mentally stable since her best friend's death, yet Sanda believed she only needed comfort and someone to listen. What he didn't know was that Fuyamura wasn't joking. She actually knew his deepest secret. Turns out, Sanda is a descendant of Santa Claus, and Fuyamura believes only he can give her what she wants. But in this era, Santa Claus and Christmas are nothing more than ancient fairy tales. Students only know of him as some old guy with a white beard. Later, while running outside, Santa's friend asks why he isn't wearing his track jacket. Santa says the cold doesn't bother him, but in truth, he's hiding his secret. Suddenly, snow begins to fall, and something deep inside him starts to awaken. Still, he refuses to wear the red school tracksuit, and only Fuyamura knows why. That evening, while sitting together, Fuyamura asks why he's being kind to her even after her threats. Then, she reveals that she knows he's the descendant of Santa Claus. Sanda is completely shocked. After all, Santa is nothing but a myth in this world. He tries to play dumb, but when he hands Fuyamura his eraser, a sharp pain surges through him. His curse was breaking. Not only he has ignored the danger to himself, but also that he has given a child what she asked for, especially on 25th December. This unknowingly activated the ancient power within him. Now, if he wears the red outfit, he'll fully transform into Santa Claus. Fuyamura tries to convince him, but Sanda dodges her and refuses. Left with no other choice, she stabs him in the chest. Hoping he's now covered in blood, he might transform into Santa Claus. And the moment Sanda's blood touches the ground, snow begins to fall, something that hasn't happened in decades. Fuyamura's heart fills with hope. Maybe now he can finally find her friend who was declared dead by the school after being missing for 6 months. Though they never try to find her, Fuyamura still can't forget the memories they shared. However, Sanda didn't seem to be moving at all. Fuyamura freaks out, telling him that he cannot die like this, because if they give up, that will mean Ono is really dead. She was the one who told her to believe in Santa Claus. Suddenly, the building shatters as Santa Claus actually awakens inside Sanda, and with the powerful ho ho ho, he rises to his feet again. His little body has transformed into a towering, muscular Santa Claus. Fuyamura stands there stunned, yet overjoyed by the sight, while Santa himself is equally shocked. He once wanted to break this family curse, but Fuyamura's determination reignites hope for the children. She pleads with him again, and seeing her pure, innocent face, Santa's instincts can't ignore her. He promises to find Ono no matter what. Meanwhile, a rescue team arrives at the school to evacuate the students. Since Santa no longer looks like one, he hides in the bathroom. Fuyamura scolds him for acting like a coward, and Santa snaps back, blaming her for everything, and especially for ruining his cute face. In the middle of their argument, Sanda munches on his favorite sugar beans to calm down, and suddenly, he transformed back into his original body. The next day, Sanda tells Fuyamura that he tried all night but couldn't transform back into Santa Claus, and maybe he can't keep his promise to her. Fuyamura had already sensed this coming. She tells Santa that she's planted a bomb somewhere in the classroom which will explode in an hour. This will force Sanda to transform again, especially when so many lives are at stake. Sanda knows Fuyamura isn't the type to bluff, so he tries to warn everyone in class, but no one takes him seriously. Then he comes up with another idea to search the classroom and uses his cute face to get the teacher's permission. While searching for the bomb, his hand brushed against his red jacket, and suddenly, he transformed into Santa Claus. He instantly grabbed Fuyamura by the neck, warning the class not to make a scene or he will snap her neck. Everyone fled except for one student who secretly stayed behind to watch. Fuyamura is stunned. Sanda actually transformed. Then she reveals the bombs are strapped to her body. Before anyone can react, the explosion goes off. The classroom is engulfed in flames, yet Fuyamura stays unharmed because Sanda caught the blast and extinguished the fire like it was nothing. He's finally learned to control his powers, the first step toward their mission. But now, their secret is no longer safe. The next day, Fuyamura visits Sanda at his dorm, where he lives with his friends. She brings him sugar beans, which will help him control his transformations better. Sanda gratefully accepts the gift, and Fuyamura leaves soon after. All of Sanda's friends are shocked. This is the first time a girl has ever visited their dorm.
They immediately surround Sanda, trying to get some juicy details out of him. Sanda laughs it off, but his friends aren't letting him go that easily. What Sanda doesn't realize is that the student who discovered his secret is actually one of his friends. Later that evening, while they're having dinner, Sanda keeps smiling to himself, thinking like Santa Claus that kids look the best when they're laughing. Seeing this, his friends get a little worried. After all, they're used to his goofy side, not this calm, thoughtful version. Turns out, Santa had grown much more mature, and now he was seeing Fuyumura not as a girl, but as a kid he wanted to protect. But then, while he's sitting alone in his room, Amaya, the one who knows his secret, suddenly appears. He directly tells Sanda that he knows the truth, and before Sanda can react, Amaya shocks him with a teaser and knocks him out cold. When Sanda woke up, he was already transformed into Santa Claus, wearing his red jacket.
Shocked, he saw that Fuyumura was also tied to a chair. Amaya had trapped both of them in the same classroom. He didn't have any special demands, he just wanted to enjoy the moment. Amaya told Sanda that if he gave Fuyumura a small peck on the lips, he'd let them both go. But Sanda was disgusted by the thought. He's Santa Claus, he could never lay a hand on a child. That made Amaya burst into laughter. Frustrated, Sanda suddenly released sharp sleigh runners from his feet, cutting through the ropes and freeing both himself and Fuyumura. Still, he didn't want to say anything to Amaya. Suddenly, a strange teacher entered the classroom. Sanda quickly hid with Fuyumura. The man was the headmaster, actually 92 years old, though his face still looked young thanks to countless surgeries. Only his hands gave away his true age. Despite being the headmaster, he was a complete creep. He tried to drag Amaya to a notorious place known as the semi-basement. Unable to ignore it, Sanda jumped in to help and attacked the headmaster. Fuyumura rushed out too. Sanda made a quick move, trapped the headmaster in an old riddle, and escaped. When they reached the school rooftop, Fuyumura immediately tried to get her revenge on Amaya. That's when Amaya revealed his true goal. He wanted Santa Claus to start celebrating Christmas again. Seeing that two kids still believed in him, Sanda's power grew stronger, and this time, he learned to control it. After returning to his original body, the three promised to keep his secret. Meanwhile, the headmaster contacted an organization, reporting that a huge man with a white beard and sleigh runners on his feet had appeared, meaning the Santa Claus they had been searching for was finally here, and it was time for them to move. I will be covering the upcoming and the ongoing animes with amazing explanation, rather than explaining each scene which make no sense. So in return, I only need your support. Thanks for sticking to the end. Next parts will be soon.